Hey guys, it's Malon or Malonb, and it's been a long time since I made a video. I have some stuff to show you, not tons, but I do have some stuff. Let me just start with that. I've made a few of miscellaneous hats. I was thinking donation wise. I think I mentioned last time that I found a place nearby that will take donations, like a local place to me. So I mean, these are just really easy things I can work on. While being home with my son, I can work on them on and off, so just very easy. It's a mix of crochet and knit. I've been trying to, for most of these, there's not a pattern to it, and I've been trying to kind of find the right sizing for my son's head. He has a pretty big head, and I've just been trying to find the right sizing, so I kind of know like the basic hat, how many stitches and all that. I still have not found it, but that's what I've been working on. And I've just been using scraps. Again, most of these are just random ones. I've been trying to use up scraps. I've been thinking about donation wise. No real patterns. Some are smaller than others. This one's really tiny. I love it. Some are crocheted and some are knit. I also love this one. I actually use this yarn a lot. This yarn is a cotton yarn. I don't know if I have a band around here, but it's a cotton yarn. Yeah, I don't know if I have it here. Anyway, it's alright. I think I got kind of bored and sick of it because I've used it so much. So again, just random hats, trying to use up scraps, some knit, some crocheted. I know this one is using Red Heart Unforgettable yarn. And this was one of the last ones I've made, again using the cotton yarn. And this one actually fits my son very well. So, whoops, sorry guys, my phone. Sorry about that guys, it was a fake call or a stupid call telling me that I won a getaway or something. That's so lame. But anyway, I was saying about this hat. This was a pattern. I forgot what book it came from. Probably a book I checked out on the library or at the library. And like I said, this one actually fit my son really well. So I'm thinking of keeping this one. It's double crochet. I want to add a pom-pom on the top here. And obviously I have not weaved in my ends yet. It is not made in the round, so you can kind of see I'm using the same cotton yarn. It looks alright. I think it's okay. Of course, it's like to wear when it's a little warmer. Those are most of the hats. This one also using the same yarn. This one was from a book. I'll show it to you guys. And this is meant to be like a summer hat. And this one actually, I wish it fit him, and it does, but I have to like yank it on, like make it fit. And he already doesn't really like stuff on his head. So the fact that it's kind of tight, to the point that I have to like pull it on, and actually he hasn't kept it on long enough for me to see if it's going to stay that way or if it would slide off anyway. I wish it fit, but I think I'm just going to end up donating it. And it's from this book that I checked out from the library, What to Knit When You're Expecting. I love this book. I made a couple of items from here for my son before he was born, and the one I made was called Summer Bucket Hat. Looks like this. That's so adorable, right? Very cute. I think those are all my hats. Okay, to my next finished project, and this is in an order. I'm just picking up whatever whatever I laid out here. This is a cowl, and I have not weaved in the ends. But this is a cowl. It looks like this. Very pretty. And actually, I think I have it backward. You know what? I'm still not sure what side is the right side and what side is the wrong side. You know, what side is inside out, what side is not. But this is a cowl. If you know, man, I forgot her first name. But if you know, what is her name on YouTube? Crochet Hubian or something like that. I'm going to link her down below. I'm going to be linking her, probably her Ravelry or a link. Anyway, she designed this pattern. It's her first pattern, I believe, that she designed. And it is up on Ravelry. So she was awesome enough to let me pattern test it. So again, this is what it looks like. And again, I'm really not sure I think it's just me. I think this may be the right side and the other shot is like the inside outside, if you know what I mean. But I think it actually could go either way, honestly. I like it both ways. So this is what it looks like. This is the basic pattern. The way I did adjust mine, I made it, I believe, shorter, or yeah, shorter, right? Like smaller to fit around the neck. I think the one that she had in the original pattern, I have not looked up the revised version on her Ravelry yet, so I'm just going by what she sent me when I pattern tested. She made like a long version, so you can kind of tie it a couple of times around your neck. But since this is my preference, like to wear really close to the neck, I made it this size. For the yarn, actually, I used a yarn I had dyed a while back when I used to dye yarns, which actually I still have a bunch that is, you know, pretty ready to dye. What did it call it? I was gonna say raw color, but it's really just saying that it's yarn that has not been dyed yet. So I still have actually a ton of it. Eventually, I will hope to go back into dyeing yarn, but we'll see. Anyway, that's a color I did a while back. It's a DK weight, and back in the day, I named this one Pearl Blue because it's kind of purple, but it's kind of blue at the same time. What else? Let me see. Let me show you this sweater. And I still have not finished it up. If you guys follow me on Ravelry, you probably have seen some of these. This is actually one of my favorite items that I have finished so far. I think it'll be so adorable once my son gets to wear it. It is a sweater. I just named it my cat, not my cat sweater. I just named it cat sweater in general. Looks like this. And this does not have a pattern. The front or the top part here, as far as like the opening goes here, it is based on a free pattern that is called My Gift to You. It's a pretty popular pattern, so you probably have heard of it or maybe made some or whatever. Anyway, so I followed the pattern again until this point, and then I just knit in the round pretty much. I changed the color for the head here, obviously, and I think I did the same thing for the arms and the ears, and also the tail and the back. I just free-formed it, so no pattern for those either, but I just ended up free-forming them and then sewing them on. Same thing with the tail. I think it's gonna be so adorable once he wears it. And of course, I definitely need to add some buttons right here. And I plan to add a face as well, some eyes, nose, maybe some whiskers, we'll see. It's very cute. I did try it on him actually, and it's a little big, like a little tiny bit big, which is great because obviously he's gonna wear it when it gets warmer. So I'm assuming by then he'll be a little bit bigger, so he'll fill it in. Anyway, so very cute. I love it. Have not washed it yet. I want to embroider the stuff on it first, like the face, and then maybe I'll wash it and it'll be ready for wear. Anyway, one of my favorite projects I've done so far. I've also finished I guess it's a shirt. I guess you would call it a shirt that is crochet using the same cotton yarn. It looks like this. That's the front. This is the back. The back I just made it more of a solid on top so I can tell the difference. And this is the front. So it fits pretty well. I did not use a pattern for this. I was looking for patterns to do similar to this that are kind of like mesh-like, you know, to wear for summer. And I didn't really find anything I wanted to make or that I liked very much. So I was like, you know, it can be too hard to make up something, so this is what I made up. And it's not really my thing, I found out. I don't like these solid parts. I think maybe it would be better if it was all mesh-like, but at the same time, the mesh thing, I don't know if that's really my thing, to be honest. I still found it pretty hot. So, and again, this is cotton yarn, so I don't know, it's supposed to be cooler and everything. I don't think it's really my thing. Also, the bottom here, when I wear it, this border kind of flares out, which again, not really my thing. So I probably will end up donating this as well. And I just think I realized that the mesh stuff is not my thing. So probably will not be making any of those again. I think those are all my finished projects that I can remember and that I found around here. So I know it's been a long time, so I don't know, maybe there's some hidden somewhere else. I'll probably show it to you guys next time. So let me show you some of my works in progress. The first one I'll show you is a blanket, which actually is pretty boring because I'm working on the really boring part for right now, which is a huge square stockinette stitch. And again, trying to use scraps, thinking that this will be for donations. This is my main color that I was using, and I finished it up. So I'm using another scrap up here, purple. So again, this is really boring. It's just going to be a square stockinette stitch. And the pattern, the border is the interesting part. The pattern I'm using is also from this book, the same book that I made a hat from. This one is called, let me see, Summer Sky Blanket, which here they made in blue. So you can see that the edging. I'm going to be using white. I believe it's white for the edging. Here's more pictures of it. I thought it was so pretty, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make that. It's a pretty easy but very boring knit, to be honest. It's taken me quite a while to get that far. I think I'm maybe 75% done with the square, like the inside square, just because again it's pretty boring. It's really boring to do. What else am I working on? I'm working on another sweater for my son. What else was I doing that was from there? I think he just did one thing. I'm sorry, let me check. I'm working on a sweater for my son, and this one actually is also from a book I checked out from the library. It is called Baby Knits Made Easy. Now the sweater I'm doing is called button neck sweater. This is what it looks like. And let me see if they have other pictures. They don't. They just have a different color they made here. They don't have other pictures. But anyway, that's the sweater I'm doing. I have finished. It's made in parts, like the front and back panel. And then you do the arms and then do the seams and all of that. I finished the back and front panels, so now I just need to do the sleeves. It's the back. And this is the front. Doesn't look, oh, that was the back. This is the front. So I'm thinking that this also will kind of measuring it up against the clothing my son is wearing right now. It's going to be a little big. So it may be actually too big for this year. I don't know. So I'm definitely going to finish it by, by fall or winter, hopefully, right? So I'll definitely try it out. And if it happens to be too big for this year, I guess, for the year after, I think it will do. I'm kind of concerned that the neck here is kind of small because the way the sweater looks is the back is just straight. So the back doesn't have like a little cutout here for the neck. So I'm thinking that's going to be too tight. I kind of want to put these two pieces together. You know what, maybe I just finish it, and the ribbing here is done in a way that I can just undo it even after the sweater is put together or complete. So maybe I'll just finish it up and then I'll see if it's too tight or not. Otherwise I can just undo a few rows. I think it'll be alright. I'm not such a fan of the color. I thought it would be really cute when I started making it, and then once I was done with the back or with the front or whatever, I was like, I'm not such a fan of the color, but at the same time, if it's winter or if it's fall, I guess the color would kind of be like a little brighter and hopefully brighten up your day kind of thing. So I think I'm just gonna do it. I mean, I'm already mostly done with it, so, or I already got done with most of it, so I'm just gonna stick with that. I have one more work in progress that is I don't even know what I call it. And this was like, I was trying to make a pattern that didn't work out. So this was kind of inspired by that pattern, which is a wrap sweater. I'm pretty sure you guys I mentioned it probably in my last, I don't know, 2 or 3 videos ago maybe. I'm still working on it. Also pretty boring. It's mostly stockinette stitch. So you can see here, mostly stockinette, and then there's a purl row or a purl stitch every five stitches. Yeah, pretty boring. So this is so far what I have, and again, it's a wrap sweater. I would say I may be halfway done. I'm going to finish all of the yarn I have left. I am using Malonb Big Cakes, and I kind of measure the length I have right now. It's like I said, about halfway. I don't know if the yarn I have left is going to get me there completely, but if not, I don't know if I'm going to buy another, or I'll probably just end up, you know, using stash yarn maybe. I don't know. And who knows when I'm gonna finish that, because just like the blanket, it's getting pretty boring actually. I think that's all I've been working on right now. I'm trying to focus right now on to finish that yellow sweater, because again, it's kind of boring. I'm just getting bored of like the stockinette kind of thing, but at the same time, I don't want to like pick up anything more difficult or anything that I'm going to have to put a lot of attention to, just because again, having my son running around, it's not like the best, you know, the best time to work on that. I just want something very easy that I can just pick up, work a row, you know, leave it, work another row, leave it, that kind of thing. That's what I'm looking for right now. So I have a couple of yarns to show you, just 3, so not many. I finally went to check out the Hobby Lobby around my area, the one that was closed last time, and amazingly, I only picked up 1 yarn, and I don't know if they were having a sale or not. I don't know. I think, yeah, I used a coupon. You know, they have the coupons also 40% or 50% off. So I thought these colors were pretty awesome. So I picked this one up. It's Yarn Bee Sugar Wheel. Is that Hobby Lobby's brand? I don't know. It's called Whipped Mocha. These are the colors. I don't know. I don't know if this Hobby Lobby's brand or not. I mean, I know they have I Love This Yarn, but I don't know if this is another of their brands. Anyway, I love it. Really, really like this color. Again, have no idea where it's going to be, but I love it. And I ordered a couple of yarns online off Etsy. No, it's not off Etsy. This is not off Etsy. This is from Queen's Yarn Boutique. You guys probably know her. She's awesome. I ordered a couple of her yarns. Very pretty. This one is called Starry Nights. And you can look at the colors, really nice. I was thinking of making cowls with these. Again, I'll show you the other one shortly. This is her Pop Life Fingering Superwash Merino Wool. Very pretty. I just love all the colors in there. And then I got one more. This is Fiesta, which is the same type of yarn. These are the colors, so pretty. I think this really reminds me of fall. I love it, like fall colors. Love it. And does she have her information? Yes, she does. You can go to her website. It's not on Etsy. It's on Queen's. What is it called? QueensYarnBoutique.com. Go check her out. I'm going to be linking her information down below as well. And I believe that she's actually having a sale right now, 50% off. So you guys should definitely check her out. Today is the 3rd, right? August the 3rd. It's a Friday. I do not know when actually I will be uploading this. I'm hoping by this weekend. Sometime this weekend I'll have it up. And I think she actually, I don't know what time or what date her sale ends, but if you love these like I do, definitely go check her out. Again, QueensYarnBoutique.com, I believe. Her link will be down below, so go check her out. I think that's all I have to show you guys relating to yarn stuff. Oh no, one more thing. I was reading a book. Actually, I got this book from a website a yarn website, and they actually had that on there, and I never read any of these books. I wasn't aware that they made or they wrote these books, so I picked one up and I was like, you know what, maybe I'll start reading it. This one is called The Broken Circle, Yarns of the Knitting Witches. And if you don't know, it's by Cheryl Potter. She is I think the founder of Cherry Tree Hill Yarns. I think that's a pretty well-known company, I think. At least I think so. Very popular. So anyway, it's the book has to do with, it's a fantasy book pretty much, but it has a lot of let me just say the characters in it all do or know something about yarn, as far as knitting or working with yarn or dyeing yarn or spinning yarn. And the whole magic, I guess the magic thing about the book or the story is that the characters, which they're witches, hence the name, they dye these yarns with crystals, with magic crystals, which makes it makes the yarn itself magic, hence making whatever they make with the yarn magic as well. So that's pretty awesome. And from what I looked up, they also have a patterns book. So in the book, of course, they have chapters, and within each chapter, they kind of focus on a little piece or an item that's, I guess, somehow relating to the chapter. And that's pretty awesome. And you know, the pattern that is related to the books is, I guess, the items that they talk about via each pattern, via each chapter. Oh my gosh. My words. Sorry guys, it's just been a long time since I made a video, but I hope that you guys can know what I mean. Now, the pattern book, I think it is on Ravelry, so you're able to see, you know, what patterns are included in the pattern book. I thought about purchasing it, but man, I'm not so great at working with intricate patterns yet, like very intricate that I have to put attention to. Again, just because right now with the time I have and everything, it's not like the greatest idea. But I'm thinking of getting it. So as far as I know, there's three of those books. There's three books, right? It's a trilogy. I have the first one, the second one, and I am in need of the third one. So if any of you guys know or have a copy of the third book and would like to either share with me or sell, or let me know where I can get one, apart from Amazon, because I got these from like in a discount, or they had a clearance at the store that I was buying from, which is why I picked them up. And unfortunately, they did not have the pattern book or the third one. So again, if you guys know someone or somewhere I can get this for, or that I can get this from, definitely let me know. Now, oh yeah, and the bad thing about this, I'm actually about halfway through. That's not really where I'm at. I'm probably half, if not more. Like I read most of it, if anything. But my son was playing around with it. He pulled on the, you know, on the bookmark, of course. So I lost my spot. Have to find my spot and then continue reading. Okay, so now we're going to go to yarn stuff. I'm sorry guys, now that we are done with the yarn stuff, we're going to go to life stuff. Okay, so my life stuff is, right now I've been kind of, I'm not gonna say annoyed, but just a little busy because I have a rental property that I rent out, and unfortunately very recently, like within the last month, probably within the last couple of weeks, they told me that because of all the storms, I guess, or whatever, some of the shingles blew off the roof. So, and before I rented it out last, which was about a year ago, I had the roof fixed because the same issue happened. So a fix would be like if some shingles flew off, you would go and patch them up, etc. Right? So anyway, the last time I did that, they told me that the roof was pretty old, in pretty bad condition, and that was probably the last time I will get it fixed before somebody told me that, or before anyone told me that I would have to get it replaced, which fortunately is correct. So I had to get the roof replaced. I'm still in the process of finding someone and getting all that arranged. And also, it sucks that at the same time, the house is a 2-story but has a basement as well. So it sucks that at the same time, the basement has flooded. Lately, we've been having a lot of rains here. I'm in Virginia, so it's been pretty rainy. And this problem actually has happened before as well. Probably within the last couple of years, it's happened where some water came into the basement. And of course, it's a very expensive job, like the real fix, which is to put a pump in the basement so it pumps the water out instead of flooding your basement. It's pretty expensive, right? So the last couple of times it happened, I've just been doing like the quick fix and then hoping that it does not happen again. But I think this time, since it keeps happening, I think I'm really just gonna go get it fixed completely, which again, is just a lot to, go get the estimates, get that information, try to decide what company you're gonna be working with, making all the numbers, work out on my end as far as like financially and stuff. So that's just a lot to deal with right now with like both things at one time. So I've been kind of, again, not really annoyed, I would say, but it's just like one more thing to do, My son has been doing pretty good. He's been going to daycare now for about like a month and a half, maybe 2 months now. He's going part-time, so he's going 3 times a week, the full days. He's doing pretty good. He's been getting better, I guess, every day. He still cries a little bit whenever I drop him off, but otherwise he's not crying anymore when I pick him up. And when I pick him up, he sometimes doesn't want to leave. So I think that's a good sign. What else is going on with him? You guys know, I'm pretty sure I mentioned at some point that he's a little behind talking wise. Like, supposedly, the average 2-year-old should be, saying words, maybe short phrases by now, but he's actually not talking yet. He's still just doing his sounds and all of that. So we went to look at, we got him evaluated by, what is it called? I don't know, you guys. I don't know the name of all these things unless like I look it up somewhere. But anyway, the point is that we got him evaluated. So he probably will be starting a class type thing next month when school starts. It's given by the public school system, whatever it's called. I don't know the term for that, like the general term, but it's, I guess, sort of like a special education class or something. I don't know what they call it exactly, but they take kids as young as he is, and they kind of, I think it's daily, they told me. I still have to verify a lot of information. We still have not made like the final, what is it called? We haven't done the final steps yet, but it seems like he will be going next month, again, whenever school starts. It's going to be every day. I think it's going to be just a morning every day. So a few hours every day. Actually, I don't know how long it is daily, but it's going to be a few hours every day during the week that he will be going, and they will be helping him out as far as, I guess, teaching him or trying to help him with the talking. So we will see. And, my mom told me very recently, I wasn't aware of that earlier, but about the talking thing. Supposedly it can run, I was going to say run in families, but if the parents have not talked or have talked late themselves, more of a chance that your kid will also talk late or later than usual. So anyway, my mom told me that I did not start speaking until I was 4. And she always thought that it was because my sister, who is 1 year older than me, she was there, and from what she told me is that I would talk to my sister or babble or whatever, no real words, but I would talk to her somehow, and then my sister would like talk for me. She would be like that intermediate in there somehow. So they thought it was because of that. Maybe it was. I don't know. Maybe it was not. Maybe I'm just a late talker as well. I don't remember. I don't remember why I didn't talk or why I preferred not to talk or whatever the reason was. But I'm thinking that he probably got that from me somehow. And my husband, I don't know when he started talking, but he told me that from some of his a couple of his sisters, or one of his sisters anyway. Their child or their kid also didn't talk until he was 3. So maybe it's, you know, it's just something that he's going to do no matter what, which totally fine. But that's what we're doing right now. As far as he is concerned, he's going to be in daycare obviously until then. He has a month to finish up, and then I'm just hoping that he has a good transition. I don't know how different the school thing will be, like when compared to daycare. I don't know how different it will be. I don't know if they have like the people there are more teacher-like as opposed to like somebody at the daycare where they would kind of, I guess, have time, or I guess time, or it's more one-on-one interaction, I think. I don't know. I still have to look at all the details. I'm assuming he will be going. But again, just depends. It just depends on all the details. What else to tell you guys? I have not started off my Etsy shop yet. Again, I have really been thinking about it. And I've actually been thinking about or trying to look, I have not looked up yet, other options, like other places to sell at. If you guys know of any that you check out, or if you sell on other places other than Etsy and other than eBay, because I've done eBay a few times as well, not for crochet or yarn stuff, but just in general. Other than eBay or Etsy, please share, and also if you can share your thoughts on it, how you liked it, if you would suggest it or not, and why. Alright guys, I think that's it. We'll try to definitely update more often for you guys. And I hope you guys had an awesome time. Have an awesome time still. And I will see you again soon. Bye.